Hi everyone, I'm Autumn Marisa, and I'm here to welcome you to HealthLink Dental Clinic's first, and hopefully last, virtual annual update and fundraiser. Before we get started, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all who made a special effort to join us today. I suspect for many of you, this is your first virtual meeting. I know it may be taking you out of your comfort zone, yet I know you can agree that we simply can't let the coronavirus and the current worldwide pandemic get the best of us. With persistence, ingenuity, and teamwork, we're going to beat this thing and prove once again just how strong and resilient we can be when it counts. I won't be surprised if some of you may be reaching for your iPads and iPhones to find out who is Autumn Marisa. Believe me, I'm not offended. Being the mother of 4 young children and in almost constant motion, there are days when I ask myself the very same thing. I spent much of the last 2 decades in television in the Philadelphia region. But what you may not know about me is that I have a passion for good causes, and I'm happy to work long and hard with like-minded people who believe in giving back to the communities in which they live. I'm so happy to be your host for this evening. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about why we're here. It's because we care. We care about health, dental health to be specific, and those people who need help to stay healthy, yet might not be able to afford all the care they need. That's where HealthLink comes in. Their mission is to help improve the overall health of qualified, low-wage earning adults in Bucks and Montgomery counties by providing free, you've heard that right, free preventative and restorative dental services and oral health education. They offer free on-site health services that include oral exams, x-rays, fillings, dental hygiene, extractions, root canals, crowns, and all-important patient education. Over the next hour or so, you're going to learn more about HealthLink and some of the wonderful people who help make it work. You will hear from members of the community who have received services from HealthLink and will help recognize some very special people and organizations that actually see HealthLink as both a responsibility and a passion. To get the program started, it's my pleasure to introduce HealthLink's Executive Director. Raquel has been with the organization since 2012 and would like to take this opportunity to share with you some of the exciting things that have been happening with the organization lately. Raquel?
Thanks, Autumn. My name is Raquel Bramer, and I am proud to be the Executive Director here at HealthLink Dental Clinic. I'd like to quickly thank everyone once again for joining us tonight. I would much prefer to be speaking to you from our annual cocktail party at Twining Hall and having the opportunity to chat with each of you one-on-one, but this year, like much else in our lives, we've had to make adjustments. And adjustments we have made at HealthLink. HealthLink Dental Clinic closed in the middle of March, but our board of directors and leadership staff did not stop working to serve our mission. We knew there would be new regulations and procedures to follow, so we researched. We knew this would mean unexpected expenses, so we fundraised. In mid-June, HealthLink reopened in a limited capacity, and by the beginning of August, we had all of our new equipment in place, all staff had returned to the clinic, and we were ready to see our patients once again. More than 400 of our patients had their appointments canceled during our closure. We also expect that there will be many adults in our community who are newly eligible for our free dental services. There is still work to be done. But we are resilient, and we are up to the challenge because we have the support of donors like you. We will need to shift how we have always done things. We will need to reach people in new ways. We will need to be flexible and creative in our approaches. These changes will result in monumental shifts and, unfortunately, greater expenses to bear. And so this year's fundraiser, our Spreading Smiles Across the Miles virtual fundraising event, is more important than ever. Our goal is to raise $30,000 directly to support our free dental clinic. We have been encouraged by the generosity of our event sponsors and donors already, but we need your help to cross the finish line. Please consider making a donation in honor of one of our 3 award recipients. Or consider recognizing one of our amazing dedicated clinical staff members, Bella, Jennifer, Maria, Dr. Esbit, or Dr. Bala, with a contribution. Or give as a thank you to our volunteer dentists who donate their time and talent to serving our mission. But please, make a donation to ensure that our patients, like those who you will hear from tonight, continue to receive the oral health care that they deserve. Autumn, I will pass the show back over to you.
Thank you, Raquel. What you have shared is truly exciting and points very clearly to a promising future for HealthLink. With the stage now set, I am pleased to make my second introduction from HealthLink's leadership team. Jenny Salisbury was recruited to the organization just 7 months ago, and she's been on the go from day one. Jenny is HealthLink's Major Gifts Officer and is a gift in her own right. She would like to talk about HealthLink's patients and actually introduce a few of them who have offered to share their stories. Jenny?
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for this very special event. As Autumn said in her kind introduction, my name is Jenny Salisbury, and I am HealthLink's Major Gifts Officer. What I have come to learn since I started my journey with the organization back in February is that the patients we serve are the heart of HealthLink. HealthLink was founded to provide low-income working adults and veterans living in Bucks and Montgomery counties access to free oral care that they otherwise would not be able to afford. The services that HealthLink provides, which are made possible through the generosity of you and others like you, spread smiles throughout our community and have a huge impact on the individuals we serve. But don't take my word for it. I'm thrilled to introduce you to Ludwin and Sandra Gonzalez, a husband and wife team who have been patients at HealthLink for many years. Ludwin and Sandra?
We are from Guatemala, and we immigrated here like 20 years ago. Because we had a son, so we want to make sure that our son get the best of education and everything. So far, he's in college right now. He's a scholarship, so he's doing great. The mission is accomplished. We've been coming to HealthLink maybe from 17 years ago. Because we are an immigrant people, it's hard for us to afford insurance. So it's a good opportunity for us to get the things done we need it, like dental. Especially, my problem was I lose some teeth, so I need implants or something like that, and they offered me for free. It was a donation from them, so I'm happy with it.
Yes, some of my friend, she tell me about the program over there because it's free. So you know.
Well, when we started, it was like doctor's office,
Doctor office
dental
and
office. Right now, it's just dental. We start from there.
For me, before I never visit the dentist in my country because it's too hard, very expensive. So I happy now because every 6 months I have some cavities covered and clean.
Regular checkup.
Yeah.
Cleaning.
Yeah. Oh, I like everything. The people is very nice when we calling for appointments or questions or everything. Always the people is happy to help. Yeah, I very happy.
We not have no complaints about the personnel there. All of them are nice, very nice. There's a lot of people who need, not just the immigrants. It's a lot of people who don't have enough earnings, so they can't afford some dental work. So we refer everyone.
Everyone, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time this evening to share your story with us, Ludwin and Sandra. We are so glad that you are part of the HealthLink family. In addition to providing services to low-income working adults, HealthLink also provides free oral care to qualifying United States military veterans. I now have the pleasure of introducing to you Leon Vanderhall, a veteran of the United States Army and a former HealthLink patient. Leon?
I first learned of HealthLink through an ad through AARP publication, I think. Dental services can be expensive, so I thought this was a great opportunity and great benefit for veterans. I served 3.5 years in the Army total. I was thinking about one time making a little career, but then my wife was ready. At that time I was married. My wife was ready to come to civilian life, and before we get too dependent on everything being taken care of for us. Well, I started coming to HealthLink in 2017, and I think we were coming about every 3 or 4 months, depending on which service is being provided. Well, I think my experience has been really great. From the first day I came in, the staff was very friendly, and you felt like you were welcome. It didn't feel like they were giving you something. I think that they felt that they were very appreciative of what services and sacrifices veterans have made. So the atmosphere was just very congenial. I think during this experience I realized just how dedicated the entire staff was. From the first day I walked in, from the person at the front desk to the technicians. Bella is my hygienist. She's been just terrific. And they just make you feel so at home. And they provide competent services too, very professional. And as I said earlier, they don't make it feel like they're giving you something. You're just receiving something that you've already earned, and they're appreciative of those services, which we've already made to the country. And before HealthLink, I was seeing my dentist about every 6 or 8 months due to the expenses. And now that I'm able to get services 3 to 4 months, that's very pleasing. And I think that I just feel good overall, because anytime you get health services, it just increases your confidence. You can smile, so you just feel more at ease talking to folks too. Well, we need HealthLink to provide the services for us that we can't afford if we had to pay out of pocket. And paying fee out of pocket can be very expensive. So HealthLink is very important in providing the needs of the veterans from a dental standpoint. I would say that as far as their donations are concerned, I would say it's a very valuable contribution they're making to veterans, because so many of us just can't afford the full spectrum of dental care. So I would say that they can feel very pleased and know that they are contributing to this country.
Thank you, Leon. We are so honored to have had you as a patient over the years, and grateful that you have taken the time tonight to share your experience with all of our supporters watching. As I mentioned earlier, our patients are the heart of HealthLink. We are so committed to providing dental care to our qualifying community members to help improve their overall health and quality of life. To see someone get their smile back after years of hiding it due to pain or embarrassment makes the work that we are fortunate to do so rewarding. We are always welcoming new patients, so if you think you or anyone you know may qualify for our services, please visit our website at healthlinkdental.org to find our eligibility criteria and the online patient application. In addition to new patients, we are always happy to bring on new volunteer dentists, dental hygienists, and dental assistants. A great deal of the services HealthLink offers are provided by volunteer dental professionals and enables us to serve many more patients each year. For those of you watching tonight who are dental professionals, I ask that you please consider volunteering at the clinic. You can give as much time as you are comfortable with, and we will work with you to create a schedule that meets your needs. If you know someone who you think would be a great volunteer at HealthLink, please pass along our message. For more information and to access the volunteer application, visit our website listed on the screen below. Finally, we are so grateful for the support you have shown us just by attending this event. Last year, HealthLink was able to provide nearly $900,000 in services to more than 2,000 community members. That was made possible by donations from corporations and community members like you. As the need for HealthLink services continues to grow, so does our need for community support. Please consider making a donation to HealthLink tonight on our website or by texting the information at the bottom of the screen to ensure that HealthLink can continue to spread smiles across the miles to people like Ludwin, Sandra, and Leon. Thank you, and now it's time to bring back Autumn.
These patient testimonials paint a very clear picture of the challenge HealthLink has fearlessly accepted. Thank you all for taking time to share your stories. As a volunteer myself, I realize that a successful nonprofit organization does not just happen, and they certainly don't succeed without caring sponsors. I'm talking about sponsors who go the extra mile to contribute their time, their talents, and funding needed to assure program success. These are people and organizations who are willing to roll up their sleeves and get to work, and then take calculated risks to help the nonprofits they serve stand out. A special thank you to all of our sponsors for this year's event. This couldn't happen without you. No event like this is complete until we recognize those people and organizations in our midst who have gone above and beyond what has been requested of them to serve. What has always fascinated me when I've interviewed those who are being recognized for their service, more often than not, they would rather remain in the shadows than be recognized. And they always come with the names of those key people they have worked with who have made their success possible. Handling the awards portion of this program is Dr. Bernie Dischler. Dr. Dischler?
Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Cheney have been great philanthropists through their Dan Ellie Foundation, having given away more than $35 million to many different humanitarian causes. From the establishment of the HealthLink Medical and Dental Clinics, they have been angels to us. This was a project of their dear friend and business partner, Eugene Jackson. They have given over $610,000 to our clinic. Mrs. Cheney has continued to support HealthLink even after Mr. Cheney's passing. I think it is totally appropriate to present the Eugene Jackson Humanitarian Award to Mr. Cheney in his blessed memory and to Mrs. Cheney.
Thank you for the honor of being recognized with the Eugene Jackson Humanitarian Award. As I write this today, I think about how I ended up as a recipient of this Eugene Jackson Humanitarian Award. In large part, it is due to the financial gifts that my late husband, Daniel Cheney, and I provided over many years. It is more than that. It is also because of our commitment to the great work that has accomplished HealthLink. I recently turned 97 years old. This means that I have seen and experienced much over my 97 years. I came from a close family rooted in upstate New York. A family with 3 brothers and 2 sisters, we worked hard and scraped by. I recognized early on that more was to come, and education was a strong foundation for building a life and raising a family. I worked hard and started down a path to become a teacher and eventually a guidance counselor. On my journey, I was blessed with meeting the love of my life and husband, Daniel Cheney. It has been well documented how my late husband and his dear friend Gene Jackson started a publishing company from nothing, how they, along with the large support of their wives, Mary Lou and myself, worked hard to build a clientele base for the materials published by Springhouse. Their hard work, love for the people that worked for them, along with a compassion for others, led to a future none of us foresaw at the beginning. After years of building and nurturing a company that was not only successful for themselves, but also for those that worked for it, the time came for Dan and Jean, along with our families, to determine the next chapter of our lives. Springhouse was sold, and from that sale, 2 foundations were established to give back to others. The Dan Ellie and 4J's foundations came into existence. Over 20 plus years, the Dan Ellie Foundation has provided grants. I am proud to say more than $35 million has been awarded to humanitarian needs. These grants focused on meeting the immediate basic needs for many, including food and shelter, and also opportunities for those that needed to find work and improve skills. These grants also helped to provide education and support for youth, including support for youth aging out of the foster care system, and overall health for many as well. When HealthLink was established, the Dan Ellie Board voted unanimously to provide funds in support. The mission and goals aligned well with our goals of helping people improve their lives. Dental health is such an important piece of being successful. It is the smile we give when we greet others, and more importantly, it is extremely important for one's health and well-being. Again, thank you for the recognition. I, my late husband, and other board members of the Dan Ellie Foundation did the easy part. We said yes to a great opportunity to support a great cause. Those of you working and completing the day-to-day tasks at HealthLink really deserve the credit and recognition. I thank you for a job well done and for the hope you bring to the people you serve every day.
The Montgomery Bucks Dental Society has also been a treasured supporter of the HealthLink Dental Clinic. From the first visit by Sister Lois to announce the opening of a free dental clinic, the Dental Society has contributed financially, and its members have volunteered to treat our patients. The Society has co-sponsored our continuing education course and publicized all of our projects. We would not be able to treat our patients without the Montgomery Bucks Dental volunteers.
So Montgomery Bucks Dental Society is the local branch of the American Dental Association that serves Montgomery and Bucks counties. Our organization's mission is to serve both the dentists and patients within our community by helping them to advocate for dentists and patients' rights. Montgomery Bucks Dental Society has been involved with HealthLink since it first started about 19 years ago, and I had to do a little bit of research on this. So I learned from Dr. Bernie Dischler, that there was a Dr. Jeffrey Brenner who was part of the executive committee who brought the executive director of HealthLink to a board meeting and introduced him to the board. And that night, Dr. Jeffrey Brenner, as well as several other dentists, signed up to be some of the first volunteer dentists of HealthLink Dental Clinic. And then since then, Montgomery Bucks has been involved on levels with advertising, writing articles in the journal, and also many dentists have volunteered their time or helped contribute financially to support the clinic. When I first heard of HealthLink Dental Clinic, I was really intrigued because I never heard of anything like it before. And I think it's a great asset to our community to be able to provide care for patients who might not be able to afford it otherwise. So 19 years ago, when Dr. Brenner came to our society, I could imagine that he was definitely, the idea of HealthLink was welcomed by the society. As dental professionals, you have to want to help other people. So having something like this that could be available to our patients, who many of which can't afford the higher prices of dentistry, was kind of a no-brainer. Our organization supports the work of HealthLink because it's an important part of our community, and we want to show our community and our member dentists that we are dedicated to the dental health of our community, as well as to the success of the HealthLink Dental Clinic. So I do have a lot of patients who are lower income working adults or veterans who, when I propose treatment to them, they simply can't afford it because they have bills to pay, they have mortgages to pay, so what little money they have left is for just food and everyday expenses. So for those people who can't afford dental care and you don't want to turn them away, this is a great alternative option for them. I have noticed with COVID-19 that there are more patients who are hesitant to get treatment because their income has been reduced. There's patients who've been unemployed, patients who have had their income cut from dual income families to single income families who can no longer afford the treatment that they used to be able to afford. So I have had several veterans come to my office who've needed dental care and who have tried to go to VA clinics, but the wait time is really long, or sometimes they're turned away if it's not an emergency. So for them to be able to get consistent, high quality care, I think is really important. And that, I think, is a great benefit of the HealthLink Dental Clinic to these veterans who need that care. I would definitely recommend anyone who's interested in helping others to get involved with HealthLink Dental Clinic. If you have the time available, it's a great way right within our own community that you can get involved. You don't have to go somewhere else to help people. We already have people who need the service right here, and you don't need to commit a lot of time to it to get involved. From HealthLink and this virtual event is that HealthLink is a really great part of our community, and I'm proud and honored that our society is involved with this clinic, and I feel really fortunate that we have it available in our community to our patients. I don't think there's many other things like it out there. It's really kind of unique and one of a kind. I think that especially during this time when communities are so fragmented, whether it's differences in political beliefs or racial or ethnic backgrounds or socioeconomic differences, that having places like HealthLink is really beneficial to bring people together and communities together in kindness and charity. So the HealthLink Partnership Award is honoring the partnership or the relationship between Montgomery Bucks Dental Society and HealthLink Dental Clinic, which has gone back to when HealthLink first started 19 years ago. And it's showing that our dental society is committed to the success of the clinic and to helping it with its success. I believe that receiving this award will help to show just one of the ways that Montgomery Bucks Dental Society is involved with the community. And I also hope that it will inspire dentists who aren't already involved to consider getting involved, whether it's with HealthLink Dental Clinic or with other outreach opportunities in the area, in the community, or with Montgomery Bucks Dental Society itself. Thank you, Dr. Bernie Dishler, for the Community Partner Award. I'm very happy and honored to accept it on behalf of Montgomery Bucks Dental Society, and we hope to be a partner for a long time.
Dr. Arnold Fanasteel has been an outstanding volunteer for HealthLink from the outset. He started volunteering from the opening of the clinic and continues to this day. He has served on the HealthLink Board of Directors, and he serves as the clinic director. It gives me great pleasure in presenting the Volunteer Award to Dr. Arnold Fanasteel.
I've been a dentist, like I said, for 39 years. I have always enjoyed it. I enjoy the helping people, give them smiles, getting them out of pain, and it's just something that, at this point in time, I'm still not tired of it. I hope to continue volunteering as long as I can. My impressions of HealthLink Dental Clinic is that it's a very well organized facility that helps the working poor. And I've been associated with it for about 18 years now, and it's been a great experience. I just, over the years, I've met a lot of great people at HealthLink, and a lot of them were, very dedicated to what they were doing and trying to, achieve the purpose of helping our patients out, and especially Bella Amato that I've had the pleasure of working with over the years, that she's really stepped up many times to do what's needed to be done to keep everything going. HealthLink is truly a needed facility. There's patients that would otherwise not get the dental care that they need. Some of them could be seriously affected with their health and their medical conditions if they don't get the needed treatment. And HealthLink is the only avenue that these patients can get the treatment they need. They can't afford to go to a regular dentist in private practice, and otherwise, this opportunity wouldn't be available to them. My key takeaway from HealthLink is that it's an operation that, again, is a top operation. It's not like some of the dental clinics that people just get rushed in and out of. The treatment that the patients receive is quality treatment, and we do our best to make everybody happy, and they feel like it's kind of like a family coming to HealthLink and getting the dental treatment that's needed. I would highly recommend any other dentist who has the time to give back to the community to get involved with HealthLink. It's a world-class operation. The equipment is state-of-the-art. The way the operation is run is pretty seamless. So it's an easy way to give back to your community and help the patients that need the dental care that they're not getting otherwise. Just a note to the people who are virtually watching this event, unfortunately, from their homes, if it wasn't for the COVID virus and all the changes that have taken place in this past year, that we would be celebrating together at a cocktail party and really enjoying each other's company. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do now. So I just want to say that we really do appreciate everything that you do and on all the donations that are made to HealthLink. They're well received and definitely appreciated. I'd say the majority of the money that is donated goes directly to patient care, and again, it's a something that not only I appreciate but the patients appreciate. Receiving this award is a great honor. I don't really need to be recognized. I know that I've helped HealthLink, throughout the years, and like I said, I didn't need anything in return for that help. It gives me great pleasure to help them, and that's all I really need. But for them to acknowledge everything that I've done over the years, it's a great feeling, and I really, really appreciate it. I'd like to thank everyone for choosing me as the recipient of this Barbara Hartnett Volunteer Award, and I really, do appreciate it. I feel that it's not really necessary, but just the fact that you chose me, and makes me feel that I have made a dent in what I'm doing there at HealthLink, and I do, again, really appreciate it. Thank you.
And congratulations to all award recipients. Now it's my turn to speak, and I'll be brief. I just want to remind each and every one who has tuned into this virtual conference that successful nonprofit organizations like HealthLink don't just happen. They take dedicated leadership and staff to plan and strategize. They take tireless volunteers, and finally, they take people like you, visionaries who can see the value in what has happened, is happening, and what can happen in the future. You are the backbone, and without your willingness to invest in HealthLink, none of the rest can be as successful as it should be. You are the ones who see the big picture and who need to write checks that will assure HealthLink's total success. I've been told that tonight, in the midst of this worldwide pandemic, Raquel and Jenny are hoping to raise $30,000. To be very honest, that's not very much money. My hope is that you will agree to go a bit further to show both of these ladies, their board, the patients they serve, and all their online followers that you believe in HealthLink's mission and definitely want them to carry on the vital work of providing dental care to people who need it yet can't afford it. If you do that, I'm sure you'll sleep well tonight and for many nights to come. Thank you for your support of HealthLink Dental Clinic.
At this time, I'd like to recognize some of the supporters of our Spreading Smiles Across the Miles virtual fundraising event. Dr. Tara Sexton, Joanne Nyquist, Michael Mott, Linda Himmelberger, Dave and Janet Dodson, Miriam Barbier, we are grateful for your donations. Patricia Walter, Jenny Salisbury and Frank Lombardo, Dr. E. Stephen Morricone, Bernie and Lana Dishler, thank you so much for your support. Alice Medlicott, Rick James, and Deb Hedrick, thanks for your generous contribution to our event. I'd also like to thank the Glenmead Trust Company for their corporate sponsorship of this evening's fundraiser. All of these donations have brought us to a total of $18,000 raised to date to support our free dental clinic. I'm hoping that tonight you can help us get to our goal of $30,000 by making a donation online or using the text to give service. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'm going to choose the winner of our Be a Tourist in Your Own Backyard raffle. Thank you to all of the individuals and local businesses who contributed gift cards to our raffle to make $1,600 worth of gift cards to one winner. I'm going to mix them up. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. The winner of this year's raffle is UPS Store 3797, ticket number 077. Congratulations and thank you for supporting our event. And now, for the very last time, I'm going to pass it back over to Autumn.
Well, looking at the clock, we did it. We managed to get 200 plus people on a Zoom call and hold their attention for about an hour. I'll have to check with the people at Guinness World Records to see if we'll be making their list. I suspect it's possible, yet I won't hold my breath. People are doing some weird and crazy things these days. Thank you all for tuning in to this annual HealthLink gathering and being such attentive listeners. The good news is we don't have to remind anyone about being careful driving home. All we have to do is say thank you for your time, your interest, and generous contributions to HealthLink. Beyond that, we just need to remind you to wash your hands, maintain a good social distance, and be sure to put your mask back on. You are much appreciated, and we all want you to stay safe. Good night.